With the release of the new Half-Life VR game, there's been an update to Dead Cells to add in a Half-Life themed skin and weapon. I'm assuming that's going to be the HEV suit and the crowbar? If they want to go really wacky crazy, it might be the gravity gun, but I'm going to say crowbar. I don't actually know, because this is the first showcase that I'm doing where I just figured out how to get the weapon, and I'm going to unlock it and use it for the very first time on camera. That's right, uncharted territory, much like when Half-Life was first released in 1998. Okay, it's been like well over 10 years since I played the original Half-Life, and I only ever played like the first half of Half-Life 2. The first Half-Life of Half-Life 2. So I know enough about the game to get most of it, but well, hey, this is still Dead Cells, so I'm not gonna worry too much about say not being entirely prepared for not being entirely prepared for the content that I'm going to be experiencing here. Now, if only I could just find this stuff and get on with the actual run here. Oh, and I do believe that one of the other things they said was that there is a new diet option as well. Oh, it's just called Half-Life. I don't know what diet would be. I'm trying to even think of like what the references would be here, but I guess we'll find out pretty soon. I did already have a croissant on the ground, which I am going to be, which is going to change with the choice that I made in the diet thing. Okay, fine, whatever. I'm just unlocking stuff. It doesn't really matter if I'm being... Sure. I'm just unlocking stuff, so it doesn't really matter if I'm being too careful or trying to create anything even somewhat resembling an optimal run right now. That's also why I'm currently in 4-cell mode, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to unlock anything. It's the unfortunate thing with playing on 5-cell. You lose all of your cells as soon as you win or lose. And you also can't really unlock any of the neat blueprints you get. Thank you, Mushroom Boy. You are always a great ally, even if it pains me. That's the problem. It's that he's such a great ally. Because I know that when it comes time to use his amazing, homing, amazing damage in a huge area, I'm just going to feel bad about it. Oh well, anyway, see what we got up here. I'm curious, and I can't actually use this right now anyway. It is... Oh, a medkit. Okay, fine. Fair enough. I guess that kind of makes sense, but it's also still somewhat silly. And I didn't even try to do this, but, this does have the kind of like black and orange colors that you would expect out of Half-Life, currently on the... it's one of the Hand of the King outfits. I cannot remember which one. That was more of a coincidence, since I do have it on random outfits right now. Here we go. I mean, what else are you going to see around here? Get out of here. I'm trying to look at lore. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Hey, it's exactly what I said it was going to be. Yep, as soon as I saw the guy with the head crab on him, I'm like, okay, that's what we're looking at right now. All right, well, in the meantime, I think I'm going to cut then until I got both the things unlocked, and we'll see what's up with this wacky new weapon. Yeah, that's about what I expect the outfit to look like. But the real question is, what is the weapon going to be like? I did see when I was unlocking it that you do get criticals for 8 seconds after you break down a door, which is something. I mean, it's certainly unique, I'll give them that. But, no, weapons aren't built by the gimmicks alone. What's the actual moveset? Well, it's fast. It's actually very fast. But at the same time, still, breaking down doors. I'll probably get a good amount of usage out of that in the first couple areas, but bosses or, when you actually want to use it, there's probably not going to be doors around there. I guess it doesn't say breaking down doors, it says destroying doors, and it looks like it's only actually a 50% increase, 70% here on the critical, so it's not all that important, but still. There's also no indication of if you're getting criticals or not, which is... I mean, yeah, okay, I definitely am, because that was the critical noise, and I got the big cool goldenrod number there and everything, but... Yeah, you don't really know if you have it or if you don't have it, and 8 seconds can sometimes be longer or shorter than you think it might be. And I guess you don't even have to break down with the crowbar. Yeah, like I was thinking. So it's whenever a door is destroyed, period. You're suddenly filled with the battle rage of one Gordon Freeman for reasons that I cannot possibly understand. But that's how it do. Yeah, I don't know. I want to say, snap judgments. Judgments after I've only been using this weapon for literally a couple seconds. Probably gonna be closer to the Impaler Seismic Strike sort of weapon, which is, nice if you just need something to deal damage, if you already have like a good run going on, and you're just looking for pure DPS potential, but maybe not. I guess I would say it's not run defining by itself. It's just something that is good if you already have a run going on. Well, it did also say that it is exceptionally good against parasites. I'm pretty sure that's just a reference to, beating up head crabs or whatever, but hey, maybe it's also has some sort of in-game mechanic? I'll go fight Mama Tick, see if something happens there. I highly doubt it. I'm pretty sure it's just a reference, but yeah. Maybe it's also very good when being wielded by a parasite. After all, I am possessing this body. I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to see. In the meantime, enjoy the Half-Life Alyx free publicity, I guess. Ah, big medkit. Yeah, that's pretty much what I expect that to look like as well. And, here's the question right now. What exactly is an infected medkit going to look like? Because, yeah, half the food here is going to be infected, or more than that. I don't actually know what the rate of that is, but it's like, what? Those things are made of, like, plastic. I know that, medicine can be contaminated in one way or another and all that, but, usually not stuff that is encased in plastic and steel. Maybe the way that you change up food is non-canon, and in reality, this is just what the main character is seeing. And in fact, it's still the large chicken drumstick and gigantic carrot that existed all the way back in version 1.0 of the game. Who knows? That's just my speculation. That's just a theory, a game theory, if you will. Now, it actually has absolutely nothing to do with game theories, economics in any way. But I'm still going to hold to it nonetheless. Yeah, I don't really know anything about Half-Life Alyx. I mean, I guess one of the things that Valve was always saying was that they were waiting for some sort of big jump up in technology. Whether it was the physics system last time when Half-Life 2 came out, or VR now. And I guess they decided to stick to that in a way that I suppose it's somewhat admirable, but how long have people been waiting for Episode 3 or Half-Life 3 or anything at this point in time? I do hope the game is good. If nothing else, I am also just happy to see that Valve is back and making games, because that is... It felt like it was quite a while there. We had what was last? I mean, Dota, yes, but... That is a very, very faithful recreation of okay, that was a malaise reduction. I thought it was the green gem, and I just took it without even thinking about it. But as it turns out, it wasn't even all that big a deal. But yes, what was I saying? Oh yes, Dota's a real faithful recreation of a Warcraft 3 map. So I don't know if I would quite consider that to be, a Valve original. Here, what's something that would be good for thematic-wise a Half-Life run? I don't know enough about Half-Life to even say anything. Ah, well, let's just take Open Wounds. You know what's never gonna let me down? Open Wounds. Gives yourself some basic synergy. Yeah, do like 100% on poison. Come on. Come on! that's everything except for bleed right there. Oh, well, maybe it'll work well for the bombs or something. I mean, I do actually need the poison synergy, too. There is going to be an awful lot of poisoning happening just based on the fact that I did get a Corrupted Power right now. Corrupted Power is a very easy source of poison, and that's one of the things that makes it very good. Alright, well, as far as, like, mushroom type of parasites, I don't really see too much of a difference just yet. I don't think there is any sort of... I don't think there's any type of weapon that gets criticals by going up against enemy types just yet. I'm fairly certain that enemies are just enemies in the eyes of Dead Cells, but that would also be an interesting thing if they want to eventually put that in. Like, oh, this is a parasite type enemy. Or, oh, as it turns out, the Rampagers happen to look just enough like a headcrab zombie to get bonus damage from a weapon. I mean, that is something I've seen in other games. It's like, oh, we're going to implement a specific field if this enemy is larger than a bread box. And you will be able to get extra damage against that. You know, extra damage against, like, large foes. I think in... I think in, what is it? The Crowbar in Risk of Rain is what I'm trying to think of. Did give you extra damage against large enemies and bosses? I wouldn't be opposed to seeing something like that here too. Yeah, it's too bad that it's weird because I have definitely watched like a lot of people play through Half-Life, but for some reason I'm still struggling to remember a lot of the points of that game and everything to even think of what would be a good thematic run. If only I wasn't doing this immediately on the cusp of this being released, I could have just asked somebody, hey, what would be good for a Half-Life themed run? And maybe made that, you know, something a little bit more interesting there. But I didn't, and this run is kind of already going. I'm not going to cancel it right now. There's no brakes on this train. There we go. Definitely going to want to do something about this malaise soon enough. What? I could not possibly tell you, but I hope it's something. Well, the axe is going to also be pretty good for rooting enemies to the ground. Kind of making sure that I can get essentially the brutality version of a wolf trap going on here. Though not with the huge amount of extra damage, unfortunately. Hey, at least it does get extra damage on bleeding targets, which will be helpful when comboed with the open wounds that I'm currently using. Yeah, I got it. Those yeeters throwing stuff at me are still the biggest thorn in my side, despite the fact that they are not the most thorned creatures in here. Alright, well, I think that really what I should be doing is just getting out of here. And I did not actually know if the... I didn't actually know if the flower here is going to act as a one-way platform. I guess I'm just glad that it did, because otherwise I could have been in quite the world of hurt. I should probably just do this. Save up for a potion charge, etc. and so on. You know how it goes. Worst comes to worst, brutality actually does have a surprising amount of survival. It doesn't get as harmed by... Yeah, I just thought I had a... The Arboretum is still really difficult, by the way. Yeah, I thought that I had a shield there again, which could have easily gotten me to take a lot of damage if I didn't realize that fast enough. Okay. It's also a very, very large area. I do think there's a little bit of like a scope creep, scale creep, I suppose you'd call it, when it comes to designing some of these areas, because I swear that every single time that they Motion Twin adds something new, oh boy, this is definitely going to be an alienation acceptance time. Once again, as always. I mean, I do know, I'm trying to even think of like Half-Life references that I can be making right now. Jeez. Oh. I don't know where that elite is coming from, and I don't know if I want to know. In the meantime, more of Laceration would be pretty nice, and indeed it is. Good, good, good. I mean, not the cluster grenade is all that bad of a thing. It's just, it's not I would much rather have something that I know is going to be dealing damage to a lot of enemies around here for a while, rather than in one quick burst. So that when I'm jumping into unknown areas, I'm not going to have that bomb on cooldown. No, it's going to be like this. Yep, having that little bit of extra time definitely paid off. Oh boy. How many things would be considered parasites in the game? I mean, there are zombies that have parasites, but I don't know if they would be considered parasites themselves. The biters, yes. The ticks, absolutely. Those ticks are like the definition of parasites. Anything else, though? I'm struggling to think if you could really consider it that or not. Okay, well, I think I can probably clear on out of here before things go even worse than they've kind of already been. So, yeah. There is no cursed chest or extra stats that I'm going to be getting. All right, what do we got? I mean, we got alienation. That's what we're going to get here, because are you looking at what's happening right now? I'm already down a potion charge. I'm already up a lot of melees. Berserker, though, I do think, sure, why not? I mean, if you're going to be using a weapon that is a big hunk of metal, I do think that you can justify this pretty easily. Also, is it just me, or are there just like a lot of piles of bones around here? I swear that something has happened where the generation of those piles of bones has become much more intense in this latest update. They did say quality of life changes also happened here. Maybe they put a bunch of bones everywhere. I know my quality of life improves a lot based on the amount of bones in my vicinity. That's how it works. Well, I am just very worried about the foes that I'm currently facing right now. So what I'm going to do is, I do remember that I couldn't actually reroll corrupted power, but that's too bad, because I could have really used some sort of synergy right now on that. Good, good, good. I think I broke a door there because I'm getting criticals. Where did I even break a door? Maybe a door just broke somewhere in the world, and that's all it requires. And it just barely got clipped there. I took Berserker. I should have taken Alienation. It's as if I don't even remember the things I'm saying. Oh well. And nothing's affected, unfortunately. So, well, this is going to be an issue. Or maybe this is going to actually work out way better than I'm expecting, because, you know, I am... Yeah. Maybe it'll work out way better because I'm not taking, you know, a lot of extra risk by getting extra curse and everything. And as it'll turn out that will pay more dividends than you might think. As it is, though, I am certainly getting a lot of usage. Now that range. As it is, though, I am certainly getting a lot of usage out of the many items I'm using here, including, of course, the crowbar. Oof. Well, Boy's Axe actually did work out there well enough for me. Oh, great. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that I was able to get through those bombs, because that really looked like that should have hit me. As always, I'm never going to argue that I should have gotten hit by those bombs, but still. Anything else? Anything else? I don't like any of this right now. Quickly start breaking more doors. How's that for a play? That's the pro-level plays that you expect on this channel. Huh. Also the pro-level plays you, etc. Okay, you know what? I don't like your whole thing going on here right now. Well, I'm actually not a fan of a lot of stuff happening here. And unfortunately, due to the fact that I'm going to be going for Mama Tick, not going to be able to get the easier of the two areas coming up here. So, yeah, good jump at least. Oh well, I think it is going to have to be alienation after all. I'll go replace something like open wounds. I think it's probably the thing that's doing me the least favors right now. Maybe go alienation acceptance. Because I'm worrying a lot about taking too much damage. Taking too much damage from a... Well, taking any damage while I'm cursed. Because I do think it's going to happen. Although one of the other things that I really should be doing right now is probably saving up to get an improvement to the... Okay? Saving up to get an improvement to the crowbar. I don't want to get to the point again where I am using the first level version of this thing like at endgame. In fact, no. I already found out that the one that I got in the shop back there was... The shop that I got back there was a skill shop and not a weapon one, which is more what I'd like to see. Who knows? I do have the iron key. I might be able to grab one at the end of this area. Again, with the bones. Always with the bones, you kids. You kids and your bones. 4 extra damage for extra... yeah, if I actually managed to get, get oil on the... God, I don't know. I'm just gonna... I'm still playing this one by ear. We'll see kind of how this happens as time goes on. Certainly, slowing down ticks is not going to hurt. Yeah, okay. Well, there we go. There's some flammable oil, slowdown, a lot of extra damage, and then when this thing doesn't have any ammo in it, I can switch immediately over to the crowbar. And I should have poison, synergy on everything. Just fine. You know, fast attacking weapons probably will work well with adrenaline, especially knowing that I will work well with adrenaline, especially knowing that I will be able to get extra damage by breaking down doors, so I can kind of plan out some actual... Oh, okay. It crashed. Candle chunk. So I think that my my earlier idea that maybe the fact that there are a lot of extra bones around there is actually the case. There's a lot of candle chunks and the like around here that might be messing up some of the generation in some ways. That's some good stuff. No, I'm going to continue rolling even while I'm getting back into the game. Why? For fun. Okay. Well then, it still crashed. Alright, I just had to start up a new run. Yeah, you know, early versions of an update are always kind of unstable, and that is, for some reason, more true with Dead Cells than I feel like any other game that has early updates that I've seen. I went through a little bit of this area, and I was thinking, do I even really want to continue the run with how I gotta do it like this? But you know what? I'm gonna say yeah. I do actually have a very good run going on with an exceptionally powerful Hokuto's bow, which is why I kind of felt like, do I really want to continue this run, though? I'm going to see it to the end. Let's just go for that. I don't really think, like I was saying before, I don't know if there's really too much, like, real crazy, weird stuff that I'm going to be doing with this weapon, so getting a couple exceptionally good secondary items I think is fine. Ultimately, that's the way that you want to approach a lot of runs if you're using a weapon that is otherwise... Try to have at least one exceptional weapon in your repertoire. Whether it's something colorless or a very good set of affixes on it. And then everything else just kind of falls into place as long as they're even halfway decent weapons. And that's what I'm looking at here. Because as it is, it's like... You know, it's fine. It's perfectly usable as a brutality weapon. That's about all I'm seeing here. When I do get the critical, it's helpful, but yeah, that's about it. Really, it's just cool to see the crowbar because, hey, it's a fun weapon. I want to say that anytime you see a crowbar in a game, it's the sort of thing I've gone with before about real wacky novelty items being in a game is always something I enjoy using, regardless of how usable they actually are sometimes. And I did find out... Ooh, that was very close to getting hit. And I did find out that apparently the frozen fish weapon that I was thinking of was probably Dark Cloud. Because that would be roughly... sure. Because that would be roughly at about the same time that I would have been playing those games and everything. Playing Tales of Symphonia at the same time that I was playing that. And speaking of doing corrections, I guess another thing that I can say is that when I was talking before about Billy Joel versus Nos, I was thinking of New York State of Mind, not in a New York Minute. Two totally different types of songs, which I do believe that Billy Joel does have in a New York Minute song, but no, New York State of Mind was definitely the one I was thinking of with Nos. So that's just important because otherwise, as I said in the previous episode, being absolutely flagrantly wrong about something. Oh no. No, and apparently my critical just ran out or something, and now things are going very poorly, and I am getting stun locked. Oh boy. Oh, that was very scary. That's like the first time I've ever seen stun locking in Dead Cells. Thankfully, it was not enough to fully kill me, and this actually helps out more than the game could possibly have even predicted. Thank you, RNG. But, wow. Scary. Yeah, that's something that is definitely something in Dead Cells, where you can get a little bit of hit stun on there, but usually it's rarely ever enough to be that big of a deal. I think it's just the fact that it was two slightly faster attacking than normal slashers that were also, you know, because they were elite, and also slashers, because slashers are real rough enemies to fight. And not my least favorite in the game. That is always going to be the Librarian, where even after I know how to cheese those guys, I'm still having trouble with them, but they're still pretty bad. You know, to make sure that I'm at least getting you. And, well, what am I even going to find that's going to be better than, what is this? Gold's Vault's Cell, 75% damage reduction, and 3 of my main stat. That is a real good... That is a real good necklace. Just get, like, invisibility on there, and I'll be golden. Or at least goldenrod. Well, no, this is really orange. I mean, come on, they called it the orange box. You know, I did actually have a Steam account from all the way back when OG Half-Life 2 came out. I completely forgot what my password is for that. Otherwise, I could have had, like, you know, 10, 15, however many years, 2004, so that would be 15 years of service there. It's unfortunate, but also at the same time, does it really matter all that much? I say no. Okay, I'm going to find a teleporter around here and leave enough enemies alive so that I don't have to refuse to take a cursed chest again. That was kind of the way that I was going through here. Anyway, so... Well, here, before I do that, because I'm definitely not going to be fighting an elite when I'm cursed. Sort of, especially this sort of elite, given how they were causing troubles the last time. Nothing of any real interest, so what do you got? This is the sort of place where I can get those really good secondary items. Frontline shield is not of that caliber, though. I can tell you that right now. Oh well. It's fine. I should still also be able to upgrade my crowbar as well, leaving me in a pretty good position. Nope. Not even going to deal with that. I'm probably going to have to deal with some other quite perturbed fellows as soon as I get over to this area, though. Well, there's an Inquisitor up here. Not as perturbed as I was expecting. Still want to be extra cautious. Not a whole lot of extra curses to be gotten in the game, so as soon as I get through, if I can get rid of this one unscathed, I'll be okay to kind of continue for the rest of the game, mostly. Unless I go into, like, the ossuary or something, which I'll probably hit up the clock tower, I think. Cavern would likely be a little bit too risky, but maybe could manage it. I don't know. Something I'm going to have to check is that, you know, you can break down a door. Well, kind of. For some definitions of breaking down a door when you enter a boss room. Maybe this will be that sort of occasion. I mean, you certainly bust open the door. I don't know if you really break it, though. Well, let's find out. Suppose the best way... You know, experience is the best way to test things. What? Yeah, dude, let's just go. Reroll phaser maybe once? Sure. I'd like to get the 2 brutality, but I also like just having 100% on poison. That'll work out just fine for me. Having 100% on as many things as possible is kind of the name of the game right now. All right. Oh, I also do have melee, you know, slowing down enemies for plus 25% on stunned, which I don't think works like that. I think it has to say slow, not stunned. So, yeah. I guess there's not actually a door for this arena. There's a door for, like, the Conjunctivious arena, and, yeah. Timekeeper and everything, but here it's just kind of open. Giant, I know, definitely has one. But that was weird. How did I... What happened there where I suddenly, like, canceled my way out of the telluric shock animation? Ow. I don't know why I thought he was going to do the jump. That's my fault. Well, now this is just embarrassing. There. Oh, well, I suppose I'll check that when I go up against the Timekeeper, then. Oh, 2 times damage Corrosive Cloud. What a useful item. Definitely really champing at the bit to get that one. Except I accidentally sold it. Oh, well. Let's get out of here. I feel like there's something that I should be doing. I guess there's a food shop still in the next area. Oh, I forgot to upgrade my crowbar, too, by the way. Great, great. I just got completely scrambled by... You know what? Let's just go over here and do a little bit of mutation re-rolling. But yes, what was I saying here? Oh yes, got a little bit scrambled by the crash earlier. And I think just worrying about that is kind of screwing me up. All right, let's go. Still do have to do more at some point in time. I mean, now that we got like Half-Life Alyx, now that we got both Half-Life Alyx and Doom Eternal out here, I really got to. Maybe for like a stream or something, I'll end up doing a Doom 2016. Let's be honest, it's probably going to be that because that's, you know, new enough to still be, you know, it's not like to be modern-ish, but also, I'd say, like, just in general, a very well-received type of game. There's still interest in it, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, that's the area that I missed. Ooh, I'm glad that I managed to not get hit by the... Not going to get any more potion charges. So not getting hit by the death orbs is a big priority right now. Unfortunately, what I'd also like to do is not encounter too many of these enemies so that I can keep them for curse relief if necessary. Really, though, I want to say that one of the strategies that I should be taking when I come into this area is to just not take any curse chests until I activate the switch. Until I push the button. And the world stops holding me back. Well, for some reason, I still continuously forget that all the time, for reasons that I really cannot tell you. Yeah, sure. Tell you why. And here, why not? No more food shops in this area, so I do have to be a little bit cautious. And like I said, no more potions, regardless of what I'm doing. Yeah, great, great, great. but that's actually okay. And more money here means more money for buying crowbars later, which is... Oh, come on! You, like... Did you really have to wait just that long to... It's as if the game was like, ah, you just bought a flamethrower. Give him another one. One that's better, too. Make sure it's better. Because, you know, by putting the oil on it and everything, covers a lot of the things that he doesn't have, making him feel even worse that he just spent all that money buying it. Okay. Yeah, let's just not hit the switch. That's... Oh, that is a stupid idea that has gotten me killed before. Will continue to get me killed in the future, but perhaps once, for even but one time, I can prevent that from being a thing. It's very easy to run through and kill every one of the enemies, and then get cursed and have to make your way through the trap hallway there. It's not very fun. Anyway. What do you got? Electric Whip. Well, that's actually kind of interesting, but again, not something that is a real game changer of an item. Certainly would not be a game changer of anything that I currently have right now, so forget about it. Move on. Nope. I mean, worst comes to worst. If I was still using Berserker, I could still maybe get some usage out of that, but for right now, I think the idea is going to be to just deal with the curse I got and try to avoid getting any more. That's how most of my 5-cell runs tend to end, as you know. They're immune to fire, they are not immune to poison. That's where I get it. Ah. Okay. I mean, it's the whole thing where it's just like, do you have to be this cautious? No. But I'm going to. Well, really don't want that, Yeah, okay. Oh, man, really do not want that, that golem to see me right now. Good. Okay. That should be the real stressful part for this. And actually, maybe the last curse chest in the game if I do end up going to. Okay, cool. I'm glad it's not the double trouble version of the guy. Not that that's really making all that much of a difference right now. Now, is it? Well. Guess I'm going to curse myself then. Well, time to curse myself. Oh, well, I need the malaise reduction. I need the everything. But I will at least make absolutely sure that I'm not going to be dealing with a golem before I take that. In fact, I might just want to go out and go around and clear every single golem in the game if I'm going to be doing this sort of deal. All right. Well, pray for me, as always. Is there anybody else down here? Yes, but like whatever. Unless that guy was going to be an elite, that could be a problem. But as it happened, it doesn't even matter. Okay. I'm gonna just get this guy to come up here. Yeah. Good, good, good. Okay, yeah. It's actually looking fine now. It was a risky recovery maneuver, but it's one that actually worked out okay. And also, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I do want to go to Cavern. Cavern's probably going to have more doors. Well, Cavern's not going to have more doors. But Cavern will... Like, the general setup, and especially using the bow that I'm using right now, might be a little bit more friendly to this type of weapon. I mean, I don't think that the crowbar is going to be, like, particularly good in that area, but I do think that with everything else I have, I can easily take the giant. And especially knowing that I'm so low on malaise, so low on malaise and so high on potion charges, I don't really need to worry too much about if something happens to go very wrong. I'll just want to change out for... the masochism mutation so that I'm not taking too much damage from the... Oh, good. Then I'm not taking too much damage from the crystal chunks, and that's really all I need. Everything else will be fine. Just kind of hoping for both poison and bleed, but I'll take... Poison and throw down some oil. And burning. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what I'm looking at right now as being the optimal build to have. Just gonna go grab that last little bit of... Well, here. What's in here first? What are the items that I got? Because if you get one... Oh, it's right here. Yeah, if you get one room to be... if you get the main room to be cleared by the revealing rune, the explorer's rune, then even the sub-levels are cleared too. So, you can see everything. Alright. Well, this is the ultimate goal. This is all I need. Okay. And I knew it would be worthwhile to take that guy out. Alright, yeah, sure. I think I'm going to try the cavern. I'm not going to say this is a great idea, but I'm going to say that this is an idea. Only had the 60 kills. That would also be much nicer, but hey, at least now I have a biome-appropriate crowbar and a lot of other very good items. Everything here is pretty good. Telluric Shock might not be the most useful, but given that the flamethrower turret I didn't think hit above me, maybe the Telluric Shocks, like shockwaves, do as well. Well, aside from that, yeah, everything having 100% on poison and everything is fine. Nope, this should be good. I don't know. I'm most worried about the Arbiters. The Arbiters, I feel like, are going to be the most difficult enemy to deal with in this area, but I don't know. As long as I'm cautious, it should be okay. Come on now. There's a box floating in the air. So I know sometimes when I point that out before, people didn't really know what I was talking about. Arbiter's Retaliatory Bomb is very frustrating to deal with if you do not have a shield. Shields take that thing out. Lickety split. But obviously not really a relevant thing here. Because Bo is also going to buff up like the fire a lot too. That should actually take a move. Dodged a little bit too late on that because I was too busy looking at everything else. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Look, the fact that I only took 1 point of malaise there, I want to say proves that I played that just fine. Tornado, if that was colorless, I would actually probably take that. No, I decided to keep the alienation acceptance for this area because I know that I'm probably... If I want some healing in this area, I'm going to want some big heals, and that's going to be the sort that you can only get. The sort of powerful heals that you can only get through the alienation acceptance combo. It is very good. Oh, good. Yeah, a fun fact. The way the projectiles work in this game is that if you roll through them to dodge them, your hitbox remains immune to the projectile until you are no longer on top of it. In other words, it's like as long as you're still walking along with the projectile, you will never get hit with it. But the second that you move off of the frame that it's on, then you are fair game to start taking damage from it again. It's something that is most apparent when you are rolling through balls and chain. At least that's where I figured out that it worked like that. But yeah, a good example there was when I was rolling along with the projectile of that Arbiter, which in normal circumstances, you would expect to be hitting me, but thankfully did not. Huh. Good usage of Telluric Shock there. I guess there are a little bit of iframes provided by that too, speaking of which. So yeah, I'll end up taking that if I do need to heal at all. If I don't need to heal, then I'm not going to end up taking that. I know, stay with me here. It's a real complicated sort of strategy that I'm throwing down. I didn't realize that that guy was not actually dead. Hi. I got my own stomp, too. Unfortunately, you managed to survive that just fine. Not now, though. Okay. Oh, there's a food shop here and everything, but, you know, I almost never expect to actually afford anything in this food shop. It's so expensive. It's the same prices that you get in the 5-cell area, which is to say extremely overpriced for what they're offering. At best, I would think that, yeah, at best I would get like a med pack, and that's it. That didn't press left fast enough to be able to get over there. Okay. Oh, boy. There's a lot of enemies to be paying attention to here. But hey, Dead Cells has always been a game based around really making sure that you are aware of your surroundings at all points in time. I mean, I think of like a lot of other games, if you tunnel vision, you can still usually get by just fine. Dead Cells, for whatever reason, is one where Motion Twin really wants you to make sure that you are paying attention to everything on screen. It's a weird way to do it. I guess it's fun for the spectator, but the people playing the game sometimes feel like you're just getting attacked from out of nowhere. Whoa, whoa. I already did that gag. Okay. Not even a gag. It's just a reference to a song I like. All right. Okay. And that's probably the end there, but... Oh, I did get 60 kills. Good. I honestly thought... I usually expect that I won't be able to, much like affording anything in the potion shop. The idea that I would even, for a second, be able to have... I don't like this. I really want to keep the 75% damage reduction on projectiles for right now because, well, I am going to be going up against a dude that uses a lot of projectiles real soon. Good. Yeah, close to killing him. Not quite enough, though. Ground Shaker's got a lot of health. You understand. I still do not think that I'm going to end up taking that piece of food, even though I am a little bit down on health. Really what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to take Disengagement, Adrenaline, and Disengagement, Adrenaline, Masochism. Yeah, I think that's going to be the order of the day. Because that way I can at least not get one shot if things start to go a little bit poorly. But additionally, I can also like avoid trying to get up all on health right now, at least for the time being. It'd be nice to get something like this, but I know that I would not be able to use it. Okay, anything that I'm missing before I just leave? A scroll fragment. To be honest, I usually don't get an even amount of scroll fragments to get that extra stat anyway, so forget about it. I don't need it. I don't need nothing. 60 kills, though. This is the most powerful weaponry that you can get in the game. I think even more so than the stuff that you can get from the 5-cell area. And none of it's very useful. Great. I mean, well, Magic Missile would actually be fantastic, but not the run. Not the run. Yeah. So yeah, I guess Adrenaline, Masochism, and Disengagement. A lot of good stuff there. I'm gonna fully expect to use a potion charge, but if I can get away with not doing it, that's fine too. Okay, break door, let's go. That is not considered breaking the door. Okay, there's one. Not quite what I meant, but sure. I'm forgetting to like to do my combo properly by... Yeah, okay. That does look like that does actually hit. But yeah, I should be hitting that with the Hooktail's bow first so I get the poison and everything, and then we can do everything else. Disengagement, where were you there? Well, disengagement does work most of the time, but not all of the time. Anyway, I do have a pretty good run here, though, for going up against the Giant. Specifically because I do have the AoE shield, which is always pretty useful. Biter's not going to do as much here, but hey, at least they're providing moral support. I don't know, really the other thing is that I do have plenty of stats. I got pretty lucky with a couple extra curse chests appearing. Usually it's a bunch of challenge rifts, but no, this time it was actually managing to find the rare doesn't always spawn curse chests in there. Okay. Yeah, the poison synergy that I got is going on pretty much entirely because of the biters, so not really going to be seeing too much of that here. Oh, and I also have been extremely lucky getting these many heavy turrets over and over in what feels like every single run that I've been doing lately. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay. Just going to... well, jumped a little bit too late there, but that's okay. I couldn't even get, like, one... Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. This is about the point in time. 2 and 3, and there's a good amount of extra damage. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing this one a little bit safe. Even though I am down a potion charge or two, it's more oh, come on now. Now this is just ridiculous. Fine then. Even now I'm down a potion charge or 3. It's fine. That's a lot of stacks of bleed on there, so... honestly, this might be a point in time to be using the corrupted healing. Usually, I haven't been using that nearly as much since it's no longer only killing 2 elites at max level, but 4. But hey, I think that might be able to justify that at this point in time. Alright. Good, 32. I'm actually at 100% health right now, so I don't even need to take that. If I knew that I was going to get that by the end of this, I probably would have saved one of the potion charges. Because, hey, that flat 15% heal that you get off of it is still a pretty decent heal. Okay, well, no perfect fight, but I can live with that. I can live with that. So yeah, I do think that my assessment at the very start of the episode was the correct one, or was the one that I still feel the same about it right now. How about we go with that? Rather than saying, the thing I said was the correct statement. If you have a different opinion on this weapon, well, I'm sorry. No. Okay. Let's get going here. Shouldn't be too bad of a fight coming up. I might want to blow a potion charge early because there's going to be 2 elites spawning in here. And then I'm going to have like 6 elites spawning in the next area, so... it's not the worst idea to do it, to just blow one right now if things are looking even slightly bad. Here, at least, my biters are going to be much more useful. Alright. Oh boy. Yeah, I jumped right into that one. That's fine. One tiny hit is not a terrible thing. Okay. Yeah, no, not too bad at all. But again, it's like, you get enough stats, you'll be totally fine, period. Yeah, might have actually been worth trying to get the zombie to fall on top of the hand. A rare thing when it happens, but it is always a pretty hefty chunk of damage. Yeesh. Thankfully we were going the other way there, otherwise I definitely would have gotten hit by the fall. Doesn't matter. Usually I at least have an easier time with the giant rather than the Hand of the King. Well, to be fair, I did get comboed real bad last time. That was really the real thing. And I was relying on that disengagement, but it only activates if you... Like, I think it's if you take more than 40% of your health or something like that in a single hit, and the 3 hits I took got me underneath 40 or something. I don't know. The one-shot, like, saving thing, where we go down to 1 HP, do a little bit of a stun around you, is fickle. I don't like this. I don't like that either. Okay, I'm definitely okay with that. Librarians, they will be the death of me. Literally. Anyway. Yeah. Just kind of hoping... I guess I don't really need food or anything. I don't even know what I want at this point in time. Really, if I just ran to the end of the game and stopped encountering librarians, I'd probably be happy. Especially that second part. Especially that second part. Oh well, give him one big solid whack to the face and we're good. Hey, I didn't realize how good biters were at just completely negating the Magistrates of Death. Not that it matters too much. The Magistrates of Death are not really the most threatening fellows that you're going to be fighting in the game, but still. There is some tech there if you can possibly get it. Should have, you know what, I probably should have gone for it. That same sort of a vampirism play that I was talking about earlier would have been the better idea. If I do even happen to get enough money to afford anything at this point in time, which is unlikely. If I could have gotten a vampirism, I might have saved my extra final potion charge. I think that is probably what I'm going to be doing, though. I'm going to be looking at all of the... I'm going to go find all of the elites, but not fight them immediately. Save them for the point in time that I might need a potion charge, like right at the very end of the game. And that's when I decide to go fight all of them. So yeah, I'll go scout out the place where you get the elevator key and the alien key, but not engage with those guys until absolutely necessary. Until we are about to enter the wizard tower. That's the play. We'll see how that works out, because it might be a little bit more... I actually didn't manage to do that. Yeah, it might be a little bit less cut and dry than what I'm saying right now. You never know. Oh, there's 30 kills. Don't even have... You should put in a 60 kill door here. I'm just saying, it's like, I feel like... Okay, we're starting to get to the point where I might use that potion charge. Yeah, I would probably use that enough. Oh, actually... Yeah, because these count as 2 elites. So, that works out well for me then. Nah. I mean, poison has no effect, doesn't really matter too much. But yes, now I am actually on the counter. So I can grab the elevator and alien key and then... Oh yeah, it'll be totally fine. Might have been a little bit premature, but at the same time, I do think that it's like the opportunity presented itself, and I was very close to killing those elites, and it's not like I was going to be able to shake them from my tail or anything like that. No, 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 I was committed to fighting those guys, and they were going to die quickly. Has no health left. You have no health left. How are you even alive? Well, I mean, you aren't. Everybody's like zombies here and whatever, but that's neither here nor there. 35. Like I said, stats are looking good. Definitely can't complain about that. I can't really complain about too much. It's actually going... The run is just fine. Except for the crowbars blocking enemies that are attacking me. I guess it would be this one, yeah. Kind of has the best affix generation there. Finally get, like, bleed on... Finally get bleed and poison on. Hey! I should be okay, though. Just one more potion charge required. Yeah, you know, just one more. which I should be able to get, is probably like 2 more elites in the tower itself, as well as 2 elites at the top. The math works out. The math does work out. And if there's something that we can trust in this world, it is mathematics. Why? I don't know. Why not? Okay. Let me tell you, it's those slammers. The slammers do a number on you if you let them. Don't let them, I guess is what I'm saying. Don't be like me. Make sure that you give slammers the utmost... Oh, I did miss a stat over there. Make sure you give some slammers the utmost respect, even as you brutally murder them. Moidalize them. Okay, and done, and done. Hey, nice. Not that it really matters, but still. If I do need to get rid of a little bit more infection, I'll look at taking that. So yeah, as far as a Half-Life run goes, I don't know. I'm telling you, it's been too long since I played it myself, and even despite, experiencing a lot of Half-Life stuff as of recently, I don't remember it very well. I don't know why. Like, I should remember it better. If anything, that's my fault. What you got? Nah. If I want a lot of extra health, maybe, but I think that going all in on damage, as always, is kind of my MO and will continue to be so. Anyway, come on, 2 more elites. I was kind of hoping to get him into the lightning, which would have amused me if nothing else. Okay, and done. These little alcoves, these little edges right on the end there are always the thing that worry me the most when it comes to fighting enemies, for obvious reasons. 3 and... Oh, yeah, there you go. I managed to make it happen anyway, as it turns out. Well, that was interesting, but, yeah. Problems are arising very quickly. Well, hey, if I just do this, like, all I gotta do is just not get hit. If I have a perfect fight, then what could possibly go wrong? I'm very worried about that. Yeah. Please stop hitting me. Okay. Wow, this is all very, very worrying. No, not worth it. Not worth it. Oh man, I might be able to get a good amount of usage out of... I might be able to get a good amount of usage out of the adrenaline or something. That's kind of my last hope right now, I'd like to say. That still works well as that. Oh, good. I didn't realize I was actually that close. All right. Well, then I guess it's all in on adrenaline. And, all in on adrenaline and, this last potion charge. Is it 3? No, it's 4 elite enemies. Still 4 elite enemies. I thought that's what it kind of capped out on. It's... Saw that librarian there, and I'm like, oh no. I hate that thing. Are you kidding me? That's how I got killed, by one of the defenders, of all things. You know what? That's fine. Ah, what a weird run.